Hello, good morning. This is teacher Jacob, and the class for today is reading class, and it's gonna be on page 72. Remember, um, we're gonna have the class, and it's necessary to write here the date. Don't forget today is July 13th, 2020. So don't write that here, or if you want to at the end, here you can write, but it's mandatory to write that, okay? Um, what else? Today we're going to have a reading class, but don't forget this class, you have to do 4 activities, okay? I forgot. This video is for 8th grade, okay? This is a reading class, page 72. And what we are gonna do is we're gonna do 4 exercises. Activity number 1, it's remember, in order to understand reading comprehension, it's mandatory to have a lot of vocabulary. So activity 1 is look at the words that you don't understand. I want is you give a circle, okay? Circle. You give me a circle, the words that you don't understand. And my suggestion is, perhaps in this here in this side, you can write like a list of the words that you don't understand. Or if you want to, you can write here the list. It could be good because you can understand better, okay? So activity 1, circle the words that you don't understand. So for example, I don't understand what is a scheme. So I underline. I don't understand what it means title. I underline. Learning. Outback. What is outback? I don't understand. So I underline. Yes, and then I write here or here, just making a list. Okay, activity 1, make a list. In all the tests, I mean, here, okay, the outback is, okay, I don't understand what it means, waste, remote, arrive, area, Australia, people, I don't understand people, isolated, isolated, okay, network, I don't know, green, I don't know what it means, green, so don't forget to underline words, building, I don't know what it means building. I don't have no idea. So activity 1, underline. Activity 2, it's I need is you underline verbs. I need you underline verbs with red color. Remember, it's mandatory to have a lot of verbs in order to understand. Verbs are very essential in reading, in any language. So we're gonna underline verbs. So for example, is a verb. Leave is a verb. And decided, use, bring is a verb. And what else? Uses, connect, is, go, attend, use. All right, so what else? Groups, interact. What else? Pass, send, yes, watch, share, are, is, live. Okay, so you underlined, and then activity 3, Uh, Remember, the idea also is that you can learn how to read. So reading is a process that you can do it, not translation. Translation is another business. It's something completely different. Okay? So what are you doing? And what I want you to do is you're gonna do three activities. You're gonna listen, you're gonna read, and then you're gonna speak. You're gonna do three mental process. Understand that? You're gonna do three: listen, read, and speak. And that's what I want you to do it. So I need is you listen and then repeat after me, and then reading at the same time. Okay, like audio books. I mean, you read and then you listen. Let's go. Activity number one. Let's go very simple. Okay, activity two. A little you put more speed. I mean, you can read a normally. Okay, let's do it. One, two, three, go. Let's go. The outback is a vast, remote, and arid area of Australia. People live in isolated communities far away from the schools. But in 1951, Adelaide McCurr, a teacher with the Royal Flying Doctor Service, had a brilliant idea. She decided to use the Flying Doctors radio network to bring classroom lessons to these distant areas. Nowadays, ASOA, the Alliance Spring School of the Year, uses computers and internet to connect hundreds of students in what is the largest classroom in the world, right? As well as students do not go to a building when they attend to school. They learn onto computers at home and use the ASOA network to participate with schoolmates and teachers in interactive distance learning. During virtual lessons, groups of up to 4 students interact with their teachers in the real time. Each student in grades 5 to 7 has a website, like their teachers and their classmates. Teachers and students upload and download information, send emails, watch webcasts, and share video clips and slide presentation. Now, children born in remote areas are getting a good education. They are going to be engineers, doctors, and teachers. That is very important for the isolated communities they live in and the world. Right? Very good. So my idea is that you listen and then read. Okay? So now let's go for the last step. Let's try to read this a little quicker. I mean faster. Let's do it. The outback is a vast, remote, and arid area of Australia. People live in isolated communities far away from the schools. But in 1959, Adelaide McCurd, a teacher with a Royal Flying Doctor Service, had a brilliant idea. She decided to use their Flying Doctors radio network to bring classroom lessons to these distant areas. Nowadays, also, the Alliance Spring School of the Air uses computers and internet to connect hundreds of students in what is the largest classroom in the world. As well as the students do not go to a building when they attend to school. They learn onto computers at home and use the ASO network to participate with the schoolmates and teachers and interrupt distance learning. During virtual lessons, a group of up to 4 students interact with their teachers in real time. Each student in grade 5 to 7 has a website like their teachers and their classmates, teachers, and students unload and download information and send emails, watch webcams, and share video clips and slide presentations. Now, children born in remote areas are getting a good education. They are going to be engineers, doctors, and teachers. And this is very important for the isolated communities they live in and the world. All right, this is more or less how we need to read. So, activity 4, it's now let's making the comprehension. Let's do it, the comprehension, okay? So skim the article and underline the best title. So what is the best title for this reading? Daughters in Outback, Life in the Outback, Learning in the Outback. So I give you 5 seconds. Yes, the correct is C. All right, let's go to number 2. Underline the correct answers. Okay, so the outback is in South Africa, New Zealand, Australia. Correct. Number 3, very good. ASOA has 20 students, 100 students, 3 several hundred students. Okay, yeah, exactly. The reading doesn't have a specific the number of the students, so we need to understand that when they are talking about students outside, I mean, in isolated places, I mean, very far away where are not where it is difficult to have a schools, could be in the countryside or perhaps on towns or something like that. So it's not exactly the numbers, but in general they're talking to a big community, a lot of students. Okay, so several hundred of students, that's correct. 3, all right. Now let's go to C. So students are unusual because of what? They don't go to a physical school, could be one option. They don't have much money. Well, it doesn't have to. They live in the cities. Perfect. That's very good. That's very simple. I give you 5 seconds. All right, here you saw next worst part of the classroom. All right, so here, to bring a classroom lessons to these distant areas. Nowadays, I saw the audience is free in school of the year uses computers and internet. Hundreds of students. What is the largest classroom in the world? So they don't go to a physical school. Uh, Definitely is number 1, okay? Number 1, letter C, number 1 is this, okay? Because they don't have a physical school. And D, let's go D. To receive lessons, as well, students need a radio, the internet, a flight data plane. Remember, it's nowadays, I mean, it's at the moment, okay? It's at the moment, not in the past. In the past was different. At the present is different. So the reading is talking about the present right now, okay? So it is All right. So you're gonna, this is internet.